Boom. Have you ever heard a sudden loud boom on a cold winter night? Chances are it was a frost quake, also known as a cryoseism. These events happen when underground water freezes rapidly. As water turns to ice, it expands, putting extra pressure on surrounding soils and rock. The pressure continues to build until the ground cracks. When it finally gives way, the result is a loud boom or even a brief shaking of the earth. Frostquakes usually occur after heavy rain or snowmelt that saturates the ground. A sudden drop in temperature triggers rapid freezing. The expansion releases pressure suddenly, creating a booming sound. People often mistake frostquakes for an earthquake or even a distant explosion. These quakes are most common between midnight and dawn when it's the coldest. They're generally harmless, though small cracks can appear in soil or pavement. So the next time you hear the ground rumble on a freezing night, it's likely just the ice expanding beneath your feet in the form of a frostquake.